Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have a fun spring bee Dollar Tree DIY. Guess you could use this for summer as well. I love bee decor. I think it's so much fun. What I'm going to do is take one of the Dollar Tree plastic vases. They have this one in black and white, I believe. It's a plastic vase, and I love the shape of it. So that is why I chose this one. And then I'm using the Dollar Tree brown rope and using hot glue to get it started. I'm going to wrap it around. This is about how far one package of the thinner brown rope goes, but it's no problem. Just take the tape off the end. When you're starting and stopping new ones, you can use hot glue to kind of blend it in, or you can always just start and stop on one side of it. When I was going over some of the areas, I did have to add a little hot glue instead of just tension to make sure that it stays tight and keeps that great shape. What we're going to do is make this look like a bee skep. And the Dollar Tree rope is perfect for that. So 2 packages in, it's a pretty large vase that we're making for this bee DIY. And I'm gonna start my third one right here. And tension is usually good enough, especially when you're kind of going up like this. Just when you start getting towards the end, you're gonna wanna start adding some more hot glue to make sure that it covers everything. And I go over the very top of it too to hide the top of the vase so it just looks like it's all rope. And now it has the perfect shape for us to make this look like a bee skep. But first I'm going to clean up the rope. Dollar Tree rope can have a lot of strings and different items hanging off of it, but if you use a lighter, you can burn it all off and not cause any damage. I also want to make sure you couldn't see any of the black through it. It's all nice and tight, and I think we did a pretty good job. Now that it's all cleaned up, I'm going to add the little hole here on the front of the bee skep, right in the circular portion down here. I just outlined a circle with a black paint pen, and then I'm going back in with a brush and some black acrylic paint to really get into the fibers there on the rope to give me a solid black opening here for our bee skep. Now it's time for some bees. If you're lucky enough to find the little wooden bees from Dollar Tree in the spring section, those would be great. I couldn't find any, and so I'm going to DIY some. So this is the yellow palm garland from like the Easter section right now. I just cut off a little palm garland, and then I'm using black wire. This is the hardware wire that they have in the hardware aisle, and I just wrapped it around, creating little stripes on the bee, and it also gives it like the oval shape of a bee. And then I twisted another piece on to give it a second antenna. So one piece was already hanging off. The second one I just kind of added. So it'll have 2 antennas and a couple of stripes on its back. So I found that if you kind of roll the pom-pom a little bit, you can get it into that oval shape that you want. Then wrap it with the wire, leave one for the antenna, and then take another piece of wire, wrap it around so it'll have 2 little antennae. I'm going to attach this little bee right over here. The great thing about these little bees is they're fuzzy as well, so I really enjoyed them. Now for the wings, I wanted something that would kind of look a little bit like a wing. And I had this great ribbon from the Dollar Tree that's kind of like a snake skin kind of material. I thought it would work. Any kind of like tan, sheer, even like burlap I think would work if you have like a faux burlap. And I'm just going to cut out little kind of irregular hearts for the wings, little tiny hearts. And I'm going to need 2 for each bee. And I'm going to attach these to the back so it'll look like they're little bees with wings like that can fly. Super easy. Again, it's just a heart shape there for a little DIY little wing. And I attach those with hot glue on our 2 little bees. I think it's really cute. It is coming together nicely with the sweet little bees on there. And again, Dollar Tree does have those little wooden ones too. I've used those before. Now to fill it up, I wanted something that would look like grass, something that would remind me of bees. And so I'm going to just use onion grass. I used 3 bunches since this is kind of a larger vase and put those all together. But first I'm going to put a little bit of sand in there. That way I can arrange them just however I like. This is how it turned out. I love it.